linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, let's go. Come on, gotta go, gotta go.
On second down, Trubisky. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll run it now out of the gun. Powerful running. Now he goes spin. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, here's Trubisky. Playing with a catch right side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Hurry, hurry! Move, move, move.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On 1st down, it's Lawletta. He's going to let this one go deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Back to the air, Lawletta on 2nd down. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 6 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
This is fielded at the 27. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Out of the gun, Trubisky. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he'll get it out near the... to the 39. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Let's go, gotta go.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
On his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And the Giants ready to come out now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A terrific run by the rookie Barkley. 48 yards.
All right, here we go.
Now Lawletta on 1st down. Over the middle to Becker. Oh, then the spin. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Now let's go!
They get it to him running left. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. So we have come to halftime, and what's... All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. 96 yards. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Leopard! Detroit!
On 1st down, Lauletta. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
Lauletta looking for a 1st down throw. Looking deep downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Gun! Now let's go! Look at 56!
On 1st and 10, Lauletta. He'll let it go deep. And this throw will be intercepted. Eddie Jackson hits it. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Here's Lauletta after the interception. That is incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Out of the gun, Lauletta. He finds Beckham complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll try and run for that 1st and goal. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Lauletta looking to throw on 2nd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Detroit! Now let's go!
Lawletta on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
And the kick by Rosas is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And an alley to run. And he's loose again. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. 94 yards. And the Bears draw a bit closer.
I can't help it, partner. I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot!
They'll go to Barkley again. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a give to Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice Play by the defense.
Let's go! 319! 319!
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
All right, here we go.
Again, it's Barkley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. And they'll try the air now with Lawletta. But it is caught at the 7. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Lawletta on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. The pitch goes to Barkley, and he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers. as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Taken from just outside the 30. He won't go down. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And no, it's incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock, work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
On 2nd down, here's Lawletta. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13. And it gives him a 1st down. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Leopard! Leopard! Now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now it's Laletta. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.